awkward. Like, even my voice carries. Um, yeah, so there's a lot to be said. The privacy of a car. And you can do more. Like, you can smoke, eat whatever you want, do whatever you make videos. They took all of the, it's the other cupboard over there, but then it's like all the walls and stuff are just gone. They're nowhere. Because too many people were like charging their phones. But I go to Burger King, they're gonna hire me, so I don't get to loiter there a little bit more than I would other places. I was surprised the come and go let me stay as long as they did. I was up there for an hour. Like, normally when I'm in my car, it's like 15-minute rule. Sometimes they're out there for 5 minutes. Like, you can buy a full tank of gas, go inside and get a bunch of snacks and stuff. 5 minutes later, they're like, you can't just sit here loitering. It's like, okay. But I was out there for like an hour without a car. I bought a lighter. They didn't say nothing. I was just waiting. It's like, I thought about pushing it, but it started raining, so I was like, I don't want to get wet. I'll go inside somewhere. I was gonna go back to Burger King, but then I got a little bit of money from it, and I was like, well, that's gonna burn a hole through my pocket, and I'm craving one of these. Now that I've got it, I'm like, I don't even want it because I can't, like, so I have to like wait, I guess. And I don't know where to go to do that either because, like, you know, like if I'm just like standing outside of the come and go, that's loitering. Like, I was able to do it that one time because I bought a lighter, but like I'm not gonna buy stuff every time because it's like it's overpriced at a gas station anyways. And I know how they are. You know, like even if I paid $40 in gas, they're still gonna be like, you can't be here. You're loitering. Go call the cops. So it is like every place in the city. But the cops told me to loiter and come and go at night. They said you can sleep there. Um, they also told me that I should do surveys on my phone to make money. So it's like I don't really trust their judgment. But yeah, kind of very like it's not just small, you know, because it is kind of a bigger city. It's not necessarily a town, but it's like very odd. Like to get into the bathrooms, you have to have a code. Like, but they'll give the code to people that go in. But then customers they'll deny the code to, because it's happened to me. It's just weird. It's raining now. Look at that shit. It's some bullshit. It's fine because it like cools it down, but we have nowhere to go. It's like, now what? Oh, I can't go outside and smoke. Like, it's really all I want to do. Like, I'm starting to understand why so many people vape. It's like if you don't have a car, like where do you go? You know, it's just like vaping, you can really get away with it inside because like you can like or whatever. You know, like I don't trust them. Like, you know, like any of them. I just don't. I don't. So yeah, they took it last night, because I stayed in the hospital. So they took the opportunity to steal everything. Like, everything was there. Laptops, even my Chromebook, like my helmet. Oh my god, I was helmet. I was like, I should have grabbed that at least. Because I could wear that, you know, like I would look stupid just walking on the road with a helmet on, but like, it'd be better than not having it. I was smart enough to keep a good pair of shoes and I gave it to that girl. So there's that. I'm wearing like work shoes right now. And, oh my god, it's tearing my feet up. So That's one thing I don't like about this. It's like I'm losing my ability to like do what I want to do. I don't like that. I owe like 10,000 in taxes though. It's like, now what? I just have to stay alive until July. July 20th is when my training starts. $20 an hour. I know. And I have to pay for room and board at first. I know. But when I actually get to work, it's gonna be $48 an hour. So it's like, it might be worth it, you know, because I can pay off my debt with that. But not only is it 48 an hour, but they pay for your like room and board and stuff because they're sending you off like to other countries to work, so they have to like cover that. So that's pretty good, you know. Like $48 is like whatever, but then it's like when you count for the fact that they're gonna pay for your room and board, yeah. In this economy, yeah, I'll take it. I know there's gonna be people that are like, oh my god, do you not like value yourself or like your degrees or anything like that? I get that, but like you need experience, you know, like. So at the very least, you need experience. And then there's other people at the other end of the spectrum that are like, oh my god, I'd kill for that. Different worlds, but yeah, it's great. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm just kind of waiting for like Snap and stuff. They told me to go to the office and do it in person, so I'll do that. And because like right now I'm at 0, like all across the board, so that's easy. And then if I don't have to pay for food and stuff, if I go to Washington, it's like I don't even have to account for that. Like, because that was one thing they were saying. They were like, you can't afford food in Washington. Like, why would you go there? And I'm like, I almost cried. And if I can get Snap from Missouri, I can spend it in Washington. I'm pretty sure, because those are federal dollars, right? Am I wrong? Do you have to spend it in your own state? That wouldn't make any sense. I don't know. I'll have to look into that, but I don't see why not. And then if I need medical stuff, you know, and then I'm sure this little job, once I actually get to work, once I'm out of the training, I'm sure there's going to be benefits that come along with it. It's probably going to take months or years or whatever, but that's why I want to get on the government stuff. You know, if they want to be a welfare state, they want to bring me down to my knees with them, then I want a piece of the pie too. I shouldn't be punished and then like not given the same rewards. You know what I mean? They have to bring in fucking Burger King for $12.50 an hour. Like, fuck if I should get shoes. You know, like, oh my god. That's why I quit Amazon. They were paying me what? $21 an hour, and I quit because of the shoes. And now I'm doing it for 12. Like, oh my god. Sometimes you backslide, you know. And it's like, it's not my fault. It's the city. And I was talking to this guy, and he's like, well, it's the same rhetoric of like, he's like, well, if they raise the minimum wage, then the mom and pop stores aren't going to be able to compete, and then you're going to have corporations controlling the economy. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? The corporations already control the economy. Like, I didn't tell him that, but can we just pay people? Is that too much to ask for? In the city, it's just lack of housing. Even the people who are housed, it's like they're all tear downs. Like, I don't know why the government even lets them live there. It's like, and you have to think about it. It's like, if you have one, that's a problem. You can get it torn down, whatever. When you have a whole city, what are you supposed to do? You know, like it's all of the. I've yet to see a good house, to be honest. And sometimes when I'm talking to people, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll say, yeah, I know there's a nice side to Springfield. It's just the majority of it is in need of a lot of help. And they go into denial and they're, oh, whatever. And like, I don't think they see it, you know, like I don't know if maybe they've just never left here. I know that's a possibility. You would think being on Route 66, you would be a little bit traveled, but maybe not. Maybe, you know, if you can't afford a car, like how are you going to get out of the city unless you get like a bus ticket, and that's expensive. So, especially compared to wages, it might take me 3 or 4 weeks to get out of this place. But then I come back to training, so who knows? I might just stay here until July. If I these benefits and shit, it'll be a lot easier. It's just like tonight, like, what am I gonna do, right? Like I have like an hour to figure it out, and I've gotta be like at the shelter. Like, how hard have I fucking worked? Now I'm like having to go like through all of this. And whenever I asked, I was like, I just want to get employment. Like I just want to get a job that'll pay me today, so I can get a hotel room by tonight. Oh, we don't have that. Like, we used to, but we don't have that anymore. Okay, can I get a job that's gonna hire me today? Oh, we don't have that. Okay, can I get a job that pays decently? Oh, we don't have that. What's the best you got? A low-paying job that's gonna take 3 months to get. I'm like, you don't have anything else. And they're like, you're being too demanding. Someone in your position, you're being too demanding for someone in your position. And I'm like, I'm just asking for a job. Like, how is that too demanding? And they're like, because you can stay in the shelter. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. If I'm capable of taking care of myself, wouldn't you want to put me on a path where I can do that and keep me out of the shelter? Because then that opens up a bed for somebody else. They already talk about how limited the resources are. Give me a bus ticket. Let me go to Washington. Like, I don't understand it. And I was talking to this therapist this morning because I went to the hospital last night, and she was like, so why are you in Springfield? And I told her, you know, like I was doing DoorDash and I came here, I started losing money, my car broke down. And she's like, why Springfield? You could have went anywhere else. And she started naming off other cities. I'd considered those cities, but I thought, well, they're more dangerous or something. I don't know. Or like, I also was thinking about the fact that I had court in Rockport. And I was like, well, if I'm in Springfield, it's only a 5-hour drive. I can swing by there and get that taken care of. I didn't expect the car to break down that fast, and it was gonna happen. But like, I was just riding on good vibes, you know? And I'm lucky I got out of Memphis, right? So I guess, you know, I gotta be grateful. I gotta be grateful I got my life still, because if I would have broke down in Memphis, I probably would be like in the back of a truck somewhere, you know? It's police, like, they don't fuck out there. And like, here they do, I guess. Like, they keep the people safe, and like, they keep tabs and stuff, and like, they know or whatever. They don't help. That's frustrating. And they criminalize homelessness, and that's fucking frustrating. But I have not seen anybody be kidnapped, you know, so maybe they halfway do their job. I told them when they arrested me, I said we should defund the police, and I still stand by that. So, like, I don't know. Like, everybody who works these like resource places, they're all like, oh yeah, I was on heroin for 10 years, or I have a meth addiction, or something like that. And it's like, okay, that's fine, I don't care. But they automatically judge me because I don't have those same struggles. So they're like, why would we help you if you're not like actually struggling? Because I actually struggled. I was on heroin for 10 years, and I had to blah blah blah, this addiction, and it's like, okay, it's different struggle. Like, I don't, you know, it's just it's just another level of discrimination. And when you have humans, you're always gonna have that. Always gonna have that, because me and mine over you and yours every time. So, yeah, it's just like, it's ironic. I was just thinking about how, like, on Reddit, how they were talking about, like, I made a post talking about how, like, they'll follow me, whatever, and somebody was like, it was so weird, because I'd seen him on the bus that morning. Like, I kind of know at this point, because, like, he'll comment on my stuff on, like, Reddit, and then he'll, like, comment on my stuff on YouTube, and then he'll like go to different threads on Reddit. So it's like, I've looked at his profile to see who he is, you know, like, I know who this guy is. And I seen him like one morning on the bus, and I, like, before I'd even seen him, I made a video talking about how people are doing that. Like, they'll see me and then they'll go find my Instagram or something, or like they'll be like, hey, who's that guy over there? And somebody else will recognize me. They'll be like, oh, he has a YouTube channel. They'll spread it all around. And then they'll like follow me on these different platforms, and they'll comment like across the different platforms. Like, I don't know if they think they're being slick because they have different usernames, but like, you can tell, you know what I mean? Like, especially like with my background and like network security and stuff, like, I know who I'm talking to. I recognize you, like, and but yeah, I'd seen him on the bus, and then like 10 minutes later, he commented on that video that I made like a week ago, saying, oh, here we go again about the people who you know are commenting on your shit. I'm like, really? Like, 10 minutes ago we just seen each other in real life, and now you're saying I'm making it up. The people that I see in real life are finding me on the internet, which is like unnerving and weird. It's kind of the same thing as like in Memphis, like nobody would ever think to like look into someone's car, but here they like get all up in your business, you know. They talk and like everybody knows everybody. In a way, I get that mentality because like being from a town that's literally 300 people, I get that mentality. But this isn't a town of 300 people. This is a legitimate city, so maybe they need hobbies or something. It feels like there's nothing to do here. Like the few people I've talked to, like I ask them what they do, and they never answer me. Like most of them don't even have a job, and then the ones who do have a job, if I ask them like, "What's your hobbies?" They're never like, "Oh, I play video games" or whatever. They're just like, "What do you mean?" No, you know, like I don't know what I mean. I guess. Sorry, I started talking to you. That's how a lot of the conversations feel. It's like they'll just be really like snide about things, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I regret having this conversation. I regret this. Half the time they hit me up first, and I'm still like, I regret this. They'll get offended really easily, especially on the subject of work. If I ask them like, "What's your job?" A lot of people are like, "That's none of your business." Blah blah blah. Like offended or like straight up block me. Before that, it's like every now and then somebody would like. I got so distracted. Like yeah, and then there's like one guy, just because he was like also a DoorDasher, and we would have like the same routes pretty much like every day for like 2 weeks. And it was just constant. Like he didn't even like look recognizable, but like after like 2 weeks of seeing the same person over and over and over again, I started recognizing him. And sometimes the employees like it was like one Wendy's employee had a crush on me or something like that. He followed me on like OnlyFans or something. That was it. Here it's like everybody and like they'll be like, "Oh, I seen you walking down the street the other day. Where were you going?" I'm like, I don't know, man. What street was I on? Where was I going? Fuck. I don't know. Every time I say something like, why don't they just like do like housing development out here or something? Because that would give people jobs and that would help the economy overall here. The answer is always, oh, some big wig has to come in and buy everything up and do it. It's like they want them to do it for them. That was one thing the girl at the bar accused me of. Like, I didn't even know this girl, so she's projecting on me. And she's like, why do you want people to do everything for you? I was like, I don't. But that's what they want. Like, they don't want to do it. They don't want to tear down the buildings. They don't want to build any housing. They don't want to pay people. Like, they want someone to do it for them or force them to do it. It makes sense when you think about the fact it's like laissez-faire and not industrial, because kick back, relax. If God ain't gonna do it, it just ain't gonna get done, you know? So a lot of shit just don't get done. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So my phone's broken. That's tough. But like if I get Snap, then I can get a new phone. I don't even know if I qualify for Snap or not. And my driver's license is still Arkansas, obviously. I was talking to one guy and he's like, you might want to go ahead and just update it to Missouri just right now. I might have to. Like if I go by the Snap place and they're like, no, I'm either gonna look into Arkansas and see if they'll hook me up. Because I don't know which state gets more money. Is it all the same across the board, or does each state have different like everyone comes to Missouri for resources for a reason. So, I don't know. Maybe it was just easier to gain at one point, because that's what everyone says. It's like, used to. That's how I started this video, right? So we've come full circle. But a lot of used tos. Imagine that story when you're 66 because it's like before, that's why we gotta protect the mom and pop businesses. That's why we can't. They buy into a lot of rhetoric and a lot of like political talk that they don't even really fully comprehend, and they just kind of spew it like as if they know it's fact, but really it's kind of like reciting the Pledge of Allegiance or something. Like, do they really even comprehend all the words that they're saying? I think they believe in it, and I think that they have good hearts. And I think that's a big problem, because you don't have to hurt people to get money, but that's the perception. So they feel like if they get money or if they're paying people, then somebody is inevitably going to get hurt, whether it's the mom and pop shops or whoever. But they gotta start like valuing themselves. It's like self-worth. How do I make a bunch of posters, put them up everywhere? You're worth it, damn it. Demand your job, pay you enough. I might as well. Is Burger King unionized? That's something I need to like research, but I can't do it on my phone, obviously, because like I'm gonna be working there, so I need like a way to get access to the internet. I might go back to that one door place. I don't know. They don't like me for whatever reason. Did I tell you about the lady upstairs that was like, "You're not allowed to be up here," and I was like, "Yeah." He told me I could come up here and use the computers, and she's like, "No, you're not allowed to be up here." So I left. Yeah, like that's. They don't like me because I refuse to get up and die. I refuse. I'm like, I don't accept it. I'm like, I'm always telling them that's not a livable wage, and they're like, "What do you mean? That's more than I make." I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is I either have to get rich or I have to become a politician or something. I don't know. I have 9 days of community service I have to do. How productive can I be with that? It's like the problem is that they want to hinder me, right? It's like I have the opportunity to do something, they have the opportunity to let me do it. They'll say no just because, and I'm like, why? They never have a good reason ever, just because. So yeah, I lost my seed collection. I lost the Bible. I lost my helmet, laptops. The rest was trash, food, clothes. I didn't expect them to take it though. Like I thought they were gonna give me a little bit more time because I didn't stay in the car. Like, nope, I was right before that. When I was like, if I leave, they're gonna take it. So I should have stayed. But yeah, they were like, the first night in a cab, and the guy told him, I was like, I want to go to this like specific Walmart. And it was like way out of like the range of what they had paid for. He's like, I'll take you that direction, and then once the time went on, I'll drop you off. So he dropped me off like 3 miles away from there. And I thought I was a lot closer to that. So I was like, oh, thanks, buddy, yeah. So I start walking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. Like, I'm almost there, though. Yeah. No, I was never there. He comes back. He's like, hey, get in. I was like, yes. We started driving. I was like, damn, I was a long way away. He's like, yeah. He's like, do you want to hit my dad pin? I was like, fuck yeah. Just fire. Oh my God. Oh my God. And so then, I don't know if you got like what the mic can pick up. I was thinking I need headphones, and then I was thinking I wish I had my helmet, right? Because then I could do the whole setup on the inside of the helmet, and then that would be like better sound quality. And I could do it while I was walking, and I could talk about traffic and shit. So I don't know how we're gonna do that. We gotta do traffic updates. We gotta do like some sort of like film, like body cam glasses or something, because I can't not, you know what I mean? And then it's like, I was given, I tell you about the $20. So now I have like $15-ish. I was able to go to the dispensary because I had points. So I only had to spend like $2 or $3, and then I got this for like discounts and points. Those points they add up. You want to save them for that moment that you really, it just kind of sucks when you like really, really need them for 2 weeks in a row, dude. 2 fucking weeks. I'm still here. How am I ever gonna recover from this? I was talking to a different therapist this morning as well. A lot of things happened this morning. Yeah, he was like, this isn't the end. I'm like, I threw away my life over 16 hours. I would have just drove. I could have made it before the car broke down. I didn't have the money to make it, but I could have gotten it. I could have paid on the internet. I could have gotten enough money to make it. I was like, oh, I want to do it myself. I want to earn it. I want to come here, just make a little gas money, and I'll get out. Lost $100. So bad. I tell everybody about it. I'm like, tip your dashers. Stop not tipping them. I see them come into restaurants and stuff to get their orders, and they'll be like super impatient because they think if they're a little bit faster, maybe the person will tip them. No, they're not gonna tip you, dude. Like, calm down, So, yeah, it's wild, but and that's another thing on Reddit I had posted. I was like, somebody had like commented, I made a post about like DoorDashers in this city. So I like commented on there. I was like, you need to tip. They're like, no, they can get a different job. It's like, that's not fair. You can't just be like, oh, if you want to get paid for your work, then you should just get a different job. Otherwise, you have to pay out of pocket to do it. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, if you like steal from like a restaurant or from a store or something, you're not hurting any individual person. But when you steal labor from somebody, you're hurting an individual. But it's legal, so they feel justified in doing it. It's like a life hack, thrifty, I guess. That's what it is. It's one of those life hacks. Like Jessica told me about. Remember what Jessica said? Roll back the footage, because I can't say what I want to say. But yeah, it's like the rain is on and off right now. I just want to smell my feet. Oh, that's another thing. Being outside, like the wind blows too much, and so it burns it too fast. I don't have like a windshield, like anything blocking the wind, so it's like I get to do like that much of it, but the wind takes like that much of it. I'm like, obviously you can't do that inside. So. I don't know. I have to wait till tomorrow to go back to Burger King because the manager's not there. I keep missing her. She'll be busy or something. She'll be like, yeah, show up at 3, and then I get there and she's like, oh, I'm in a meeting. She gets out of the meeting, and then they're slammed, and then she's like, come back another day. I'm like, alright. So, at least I'm reliable, because I always do come back. I got fries earlier because of the points. So, can't shop at Walmart. I think it's a lifetime ban. It might be just a year. I know it's a big difference, but like, he was talking about it. I don't know if he was saying like that's what will happen next, or if that's like what's already happened. I don't know. So, like shop at Aldi instead. They said that. I thought, oh no, I'm not allowed to buy trash anymore. What am I gonna do? It's probably good for me. I can't go there because like, what even do they have that's any good? Exactly. So, I wonder how that's gonna play out with Capital One, if they're gonna try to stiff me with it, because I'm not paying shit. They can pay to get that shit unlocked. At what point do I tell them though? Because the fees do add up. It's like $75 a day. So I'll wait for them to call me tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. Do I even have to talk to them about this? Like, that's one thing I don't like about it is like they just want their money. They don't want the car back. And then all those payments I made thinking, oh, they're gonna take my car if I don't pay them, bitch, I should have stopped paying them so much longer ago. Whatever. whatever, you know. But once I get it paid off, it's gonna boost my credit score. And then once my dad's debt paid off, boom. And I can do that. Because I tell you about the job in July. I have to stay alive until July, which is my birthday. I'll be 26. So, that's why it's interesting. Birthday. It's like a little bit more stressful, but just because, like, now a year older, I never thought I'd make it past, like, 19, you know, like, what am I doing? We have this drink. So hard. I'm so used to, like, going, you know, like, pick up my drink, go work, be working, then go to sleep at night, wake up, go work. Like, I'm not used to this, like, do nothing. But, like, I'm telling you, it's the chapter of mom. It's the chapter of mom. One of the biggest lessons is fucking patience. So, I don't know. You know? A lot of lessons. Just a lot. I want to do something. You know, it's like every person that is like trying to help me, it's like I see a flaw or like a need within them that I could address, but I know that they don't want that. You know, like, I mean, how do you even do that, like, without being a dick? You know, hey, hopefully we get it. He was like, if they did lab-grown meat, I would do that, but you have to have protein. So it makes me think these doctors have like drilled into their heads, you have to have protein from animals. That was one of the things that Crystal always said. I remember she would always be like, you can't do that because you're not gonna get unlimited amino acids. It's like, they're not all in the vegetables. You have to eat meat for that. A bitch weighed 98 pounds want to tell me what to eat, like, bro. So, them being in Finland is probably the best thing that ever happened to those kids. Like, I know she's pissed about it, and I know he's a dick, but, like, oh my god, dude, they've changed. They're growing up. Did I tell you about Jade? Oh my god, I did tell you about Jade, didn't I? Jade was like, I wouldn't get married because I'm transgender, Mommy. You told me I'm actually a boy. Fucking psycho, my guy. And like, for that to be such an integral part of who I am, you know, it's like a part of the core story of what makes me the person that I am today. You know, I think that's another part of this, right? Blessings in disguise. Yeah, that's what it is. That's one thing he told me this morning was like, sometimes you think something is a curse, but then it turns out to be a blessing. Chapter of mom. I keep seeing roses everywhere. I keep like meeting really nice people. Chapter of mom. There's a lot of people here that need help. Like I said, they all have the same solution, which is somebody rich needs to come in here, dry everything up, and fix it for us. Even problems that are like obviously something that can be resolved by the city, like even just like a citizen, a concerned citizen can take care of it. The answer is still, yeah, somebody rich needs to come in here and buy it and do it. Like, I guess I'm a citizen here now, right? And I have to do 9 days of community service. So instead of bitching about it, I should do something about it. Chapter mom, you know, the whole like, oh, I should have went to DC. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but he didn't. So he never got it done. Chapter of mom. How many times can I say that? Probably a lot, because I've been saying that to myself a lot since I've got here, and like everything here is like deja vu. Like something will happen for the first time. Like I'll be on a corner that I've never ever been on, or I'll be standing in a place that I've never ever stood before, and it just feels like I've been here before. Like I remember this. I remember being here before. And maybe I have. Maybe I've just been here long enough that I have been in like pretty much every place at this point because it's so small. I mean, it's not like actually small, but like, it's not Memphis, so I don't know. What should I do for my community service? She said I can't forget about it. She called me. I called her, and it was like 2:30 on Monday. I was like, oh shit, it's Monday. They scheduled me for a Wednesday. Like that can't be right. So I called and I was like, look, I'm stranded in Springfield. And they were like, this is the Malvern court. I'm like, shit. They're like, where did you have court at? I'm like, Rockport. They're like, okay, here's the number. So they gave me the number. I call Rockport. Homegirl answers. She's like, did you not get the letter? I'm like, no, I haven't been checking my mail. I've been stranded in Springfield. And she's like, so you didn't get the letter? I'm like, no. She's like, you had court today. He gave you the Malvern dates at first. I'm like, they do that. And I'm starting to think they do it on purpose. I think he gave me a break on purpose. Because, I mean, I was scheduled for like, 2 months ago? And then they like pushed me out because she broke her hip. That's like unexpected. Nobody knew that was gonna happen. She didn't just have a replacement on hand, So there's no understudy or anything like that. So it was like, we have to cancel. We have to reschedule these people. So they rescheduled me. But they chose me for a reason, right? They didn't have to choose me. They could have chose other people. So he chose me, and then I missed this one, but they're cool about it. She's like, he's already put a bench warrant out for you, but I'll put you down on the books for August 12th because you can't just forget about it. I told her where I was at. She's like, when do you think you're gonna get back down here? I'm like, I don't know, because they're trying to train me and then send me out of the country. She's like, no, you can't just forget about it. She only told me this once, and I've acted like it's like 5 times, but yeah. She's like, how about August 12th? So, I'll see what I can do until August 12th. And then on August 15th, I'll be back in Springfield. So that's like 600, yeah. So I'll be making like $12.50 an hour, but I'll be in training by then, right? Because it'll be July, August. It'll be the end of July. It'll be the end of July, and I'll be like in the trainer. I will blow off court for the training. Like, I'm not even kidding. Because what are they gonna do? Confine me in the Cayman Islands? Fuck him, by the way. He could have ended this a long time ago. He keeps wanting me to come back just because he thinks I'm cute. Like, God, I'll suck it then. Just like, leave me alone. I don't know, maybe I'll FaceTime. Or maybe I'll just swing down there. Maybe I'll explain to the people. Because, like, the people are pretty cool. They're like, we'll provide you food, bedding, all this other stuff. So maybe they'll be completely understanding and be like, hey, you need to take a couple days off for court because you have court down there and court up here. Actually, I might have 2 court dates here because I did get arrested twice. So we'll see. I don't know if they set it for the same day or not. Because they never told me on the second one. The first one, they like made a point to tell me multiple times, you have a court date on August 12th. You have a court date on August 12th. You're going to be in court on August 12th. They told me like 4 times. The second time, they never mentioned it. I don't know if it was just like they didn't care or like what. It seemed like they were like passing me off the second time. It was like the first guy was like, wait in the car, and then they like passed me off to somebody else I had like never even seen before. Like, he was rude. Oh, that's why I'm like, the other guys were nice, kind of cute, but besides the point, because they're also douchebags and they're really dumb. Oh my god, it's so dumb. They can't even drive. I was like judging him. So he could tell, like, because he kept looking at me. I think he could tell. I was like, wow, because like every time he'd make a mistake or something, I would just, he would look in the mirror like, I remember that one time, the cop hit the ditch and I was like, good job. And then we got to the station and I told his boss, I was like, look, he picked up your car.
You paid for my ice cream cone, I think I have to go kill it.
I think there should be like sections where like kids are allowed to go, and then like, so it's like, Detroit's like 2 different entrances, 2 different like sides, like just regular like workers and stuff. Everybody's so pissed off about the bathroom thing. The thing is, I guarantee you, if I go in there and check the toilet paper rolls, there's gonna be blood. Because they give the password to those people, like, those people will come in, like, obviously, like, withdrawal, like, wanting to shoot up, and they'll be, like, cussing the workers out, like, what is the passcode, blah, blah, blah. They'll give it to them. Like, some customers sometimes doesn't I? Or, like, they'll force them to, like, make a purchase and, like, have their food before they can go, like, I've seen it. They just like give those people the code because they knew they were gonna buy something, but like usually they don't do that. Like just like regular. But like people who are causing problems.
Is there a password? It's not working. I did it twice and the same. 2470.
Maybe that's the women's then.
Okay.
So if you want to know the Springfield McDonald's passcode for the women's, 2470.